Hey, Ellen.
What now, Chris?
Well, Ellen, I'm almost sorry to say that it's the last day of our spring trials coverage.
Beautiful weather.
We're the
Beautiful
bobbleheads,
scenery.
Chris and Ellen, and we're enjoying a nice Wednesday at the California Spring Trials 2016.
Wine Wednesday.
It is Wine Wednesday, and how convenient to be at a winery for Proven
Right.
Winners' new trial. Now, I'm ashamed to say I don't know the name of the winery.
Kirigin.
I knew that, Kirigin Winery, and beautiful facility.
Thanks,
right
Jeff.
in the middle of, it must be hundreds of acres of soccer pitches, football pitches, cricket pitches. They do all kinds of community
Right.
things out here, and kids play soccer on these grounds. But for a week, Proven Winners has leased them out, put up a big tent, big array of tents, and we're going to take a look at some of their new annuals in this video, but we're also doing a video of perennials and then another one of shrubs. So look for those. But the first thing we're going to start with, Ellen, talk about this new variety here.
Angel Face. These are the super, it's an upgrade of the series.
Why could they be called super? Because this is
really
a
big.
nice one, but that sure is super tall, isn't it?
Right, it gets to be about 3 feet tall, about hip high. It's a little bit later blooming than the original Angel Faces.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
what
also
you're going to get.
good
When
for
you
a
get
cutting
something
garden.
that big, I mean, this is not meant for loading on semis and shipping by the bulk to your big box store. It's definitely like a garden type
Nice
of
and
plant.
tough.
And one thing I
Takes
should
the
say
heat.
is that one of the things Proven Winners has done this year is a lot of upgrades. Most of the things we're going to look at,
16 improvements.
yeah, normally we would kind of like, an improvement, but we skip over that, only looking for new. These are so new, so improved, that's mostly what we're going to be looking at. So that's one. It's Angel Face Super White. So if you see a super,
Actually, super white, pink, and blue.
Right, so those are all a whole new series. They still have the regular supers. Now, Angel Face Perfectly Pink is an upgrade from the original pink, and we don't even need to explain why. Original pink, perfectly pink.
It is pretty perfect.
Bigger, more floriferous, beautiful. This is an interesting story. Angelonia butterfly, right here, is one of the original 4 Proven Winners varieties
know,
from way back in
the day.
'92, I think is what John Gato said. And I don't understand a lot about breeding, in fact, pretty much nothing, but they said this is a dead end when it comes to breeding.
Yes.
You can't get any kind of seed or anything like that. You got to wait for it to make a sport.
But you can get sports, exactly.
In about, I think, 1999, vanilla was a sport. Very exciting. It's taken 16 years from vanilla,
to get the
but
next
now
one.
we have a third sport, white butterfly. So now we have a yellow, a vanilla, and a white. So that's very nice as well. And now let's go right to Calibrachoa, because there's a lot of improvements going on here. I want to see which one we hit first. There it is, Grape Punch. This is another case of, this is not just an improvement, it's a massive improvement. There's the original, nice little plant, small flowers, but look at how
Larger
big
flowers, yeah.
the flowers are now. And they also say much better rooting, which is something behind the scenes, very early flowering.
We actually have a new color, so it's not just improvements in Super Bells. This is Coralina.
I asked what color that is, and then I didn't notice the name. Coralina. It's a coral color, so that's a brand new one. Red Improved is a significant improvement over the original red for flower power.
And it blooms 4 weeks earlier.
That's a month, people. And then how about a couple of star types? Hollywood Star, aptly named. We're in California.
Morning Star.
And then Morning Star, nice.
That's nice.
Pale pink. And then the last, not last one we're going to look at, but another improvement is, this is called Tropical Sunrise. Back up here, let me grab this Tequila Sunrise, which this has actually been improved, I think, twice already, they say. But the new one was so good that they have gone to a whole new name, Tropical Sunrise. Big, beautiful, loads of color. And then lastly, an improvement of yellow. You've got original yellow, and now yellow improved, tight branching, improved flower coverage, and still the same great performance. So that's just a few Super Bell improvements. I was about to do my my Steve Martin King Tut, but they were laughing so hard we realized we'd never finish filming.
nixed
So
it. No.
we're not going to do that. We're just going to talk about the tuts, the graceful grasses, these cyperus. We've known Baby Tut, which is a little cute one. We know King Tut, the great big tall one, and now there is
The nice medium one called Prince Tut.
there you go. Beautiful mid-habit. And I tell you, right now, that's the prettiest of the bunch. I always like
Yeah,
one
I
of
like
those
the
in a
foliage
water
cover,
garden,
yeah.
so I'm going to use that.
Yep.
Now, how about some more color? Superpetunias. And we've got some very nice new
the
ones
page
here.
here.
Vista Bubblegum and Vista Silverberry are wildly popular, especially the bubblegum, but Vista Fuchsia never kept up with it. Now, look at Vista Fuchsia improved. That is every bit as good as the other two Vistas. So add that one to your line. And then if red petunias are really tough, this original, well, you notice they didn't even write red on there because it's not red. So, but there is now a really red
It's red, really.
right there. How is that for an improvement? So that's Superpetunia, really
That's
red.
true.
And now this is kind of interesting. Pretty much Picasso is right here. And we have it's not an improvement of pretty, or is it an improvement of pretty much Picasso? They're going to keep both of these.
I think so. Yeah.
We now have Picasso in purple. And the flowers' color is pretty much identical, but you'll notice
Better
the
habit.
only difference is this has green on the tips of the flowers, whereas this has green all the way around the edge of the flowers.
Plus, it has a rounded habit. This is a little bit more wrangly.
More spread.
Right,
That's what I was
right.
trying to remember. This
Yeah.
this has a more ball habit.
Right.
It's a little less sticky as well.
And you asked about whether they're going to keep both. For now, they are, and I think they're going to see what the growers want.
Yeah,
and they might
if
eventually
you like
fade
spreading
that
and
one out.
mounded,
We'll see.
You got both of them. And now one of my favorite colors out here, I think you like this as well.
That's
because
my favorite color. I just love
orangey.
that.
But actually, it's peachy. It's peachy keen improved. This is Superbina
Yeah, and look what
Royale.
it's improved from.
Yeah, there's just no comparison. I
Yeah.
mean, that's why I said normally we kind of ignore improvements or don't pay that much attention. You can't ignore an improvement like that.
Right.
A greater resistance to powdery mildew, which is one of those things that you won't see, but you do see the improved vigor. And then the last thing we're going to show you is another brand new one. This is Superbina Royale Romance. Make sure we get some good color in there for you. It's a really rich, deep red, almost burgundy.
And they turn darker as they age.
All right, so that is a taste of some really improvements here from Proven Winners Annuals out at the beautiful, what was the name of this winery again?
Kirigin.
Thank you, Kirigin Winery, from the 2016 California Spring Trials.